Good evening, sports fans! Crobat for the win of the Token Minorities today, here with Season 8, Week 3 of the NPL against my good friend and arch rival, Trev CL, also known in the past as Trev the King. We have a history, that's for sure. In Season 2 of the NPL, Trev beat me in our first two regular season games a combined 10-0. Actually a 6-0, and then I improved the next time to a 4-0. Not much of an improvement, but it was. Then, I came back and played him in the championship and won 3-0 by some miracle. Who said third time isn't a charm? Much, however, since then has changed. I'm a new person with personality implants and the ability to tell jokes that only fall flat 50% of the time. Boo! Whereas Trev CL has gained knowledge and skill about the game of Pokemon, along with his newfound love for juice. So, in honor of the new times that are ahead of us today, why don't we jump into this game? We can take a look at Trev CL's team here. He's rocking the Breloom, the Slurpuff, the Z-Move, possibly Z-Move, Salamence, the Mega Mawile, the Piloswine, and the Reuniclus. So obviously big threat on the screen, two big threats really, Mega Mawile and Reuniclus. I also have to be careful with Piloswine because it's going to definitely carry the Ice Shard, and I knew 100% he was bringing it. And I really think my dominant strategy right now is to just lead Mamoswine. It can deal with most of what he has on that side of the field, whether it be with Knockoff, whether it be with Earthquake, Ice Shard. Most of what my opponent has right now is checked relatively well with Mamoswine. Either way, I feel like Piloswine's probably his switch, so why don't we see how he leads off and jump right into this game. Alright, so I'm going to lead, as promised, with Mamoswine as he leads with Piloswine. I put Knockoff on this thing just to knock off the Piloswine's Aviolite. He sets up Stealth Rocks, which is not a huge deal actually, because I got Defog. I learned from week 1. I learned! I then go for the double Earthquake to just take out the Piloswine, and now Landorus Incarnate can have a field day later, and I am psyched. So I'm going to switch out my Mamoswine after those Earthquakes and go into my Rotom Cut, which has the Ayapapa Berry. If you saw in my team builder, I go for the Defog, and now its rocks are away for pretty much the game, unless Mega Mawile has it. The Berry activates as I still outspeed, so I can Will-O-Wisp the Breloom, which is big. I don't think he can have Heal Bell or anything anywhere, so that's really nice for me. He goes for the Rock Tomb to slow me down as I go for the Hidden Power Flying to just KO the Breloom.
Boom, shakalaka.
I was so excited to see that thing go down because it was another threat. I Volt Switch on out of there on the Reuniclus as he sets up an Iron Defense, and actually that was a sigh of relief because it's not really that big of a deal. I can taunt to kind of help with the situation. U-turn out doesn't do much with the Iron Defense, but that means I have a free switch into Victini. It's very unlikely due to for Moveslot Syndrome that he has anything that can hurt Victini, and I know that a Blue Flare would be able to do around 50% and 2-hit KO from that range. So he does Psyshocks again. I mean, I think he was just trying to scout what Victini I had, so I just keep going for Blue Flare. There's no reason not to. I knew Salamence was a possibility, but with the possibility of a burn, and even that amount of damage was a lot still, so. Anyways, he goes for the Earthquake as I switch in Rotom, and I just Volt Switch out, predicting him to switch. I now go into Tornadus Therian off the Volt Switch, and I can just keep U-turning for days. That would have KO'd the Reuniclus had he stayed in, but either way, I then U-turn into the Mamoswine to go for the Ice Shard on the Salamence. It's gone. Mamoswine's mostly served its purpose at this point. It's done an awesome job this game. It's filled the role I wanted, so I just go for the Earthquake, even at -1 on the Mega Mawile. He sets up a Swords Dance, and this is where I get a little bit scared. I know that I can outspeed it, but if he has Sucker Punch, I'm in big trouble. So I go into Victini, which is the safest play I can make, to Will-O-Wisp, and hope he just Sucker Punches. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He knocks off.
It's a tight group of presidents now. They're coming right to the finish line. Ow!
And at that point, it is what it is. I mean, at the same time, though, the burn's about to KO him, so I can just sub with Landorus and hope that, you know, the last two Mons have nothing that can deal with Landorus. Like, they're not Scarf Slurpuff or not Assault Vest or something like that. It's not. Sludge Wave just KOs, and then Earth Power just KOs the Reuniclus.
Turn and handle edge left side. Finds a little bit of a hole. Keeps his legs moving. He's across the 40. Midfield. 45. He's on the wrong ledge. 40. Pushes the man. 35. Look at him go. He's down to 20. 15. He could go. He is going to go. Touchdown Seahawks.
I can't believe it. I have defeated Trev CL, my good friend from the past, but past, present, and future. But he's always been an arch rival of mine, so it feels really good this time to get a solid 4-0 win. The shoe's kind of on the other foot, but either way, good game, my dude. I'm excited now. I'm 2-1 plus 0. So we're starting to right this ship, going through the NPL season. See, this is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play it just to play it. That's the great thing about sport. You play to win, and I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out! Because it matters. Every week, it's a clear scoreboard for me with a 0-0 record. That's all I do every week is play to win the game. I'm glad we managed to do so today. 2-1 plus 0 is a solid record. However, we're going to go out there next week and live out the best part of sports, winning the game. We're going to die trying. I'll see you guys then.